Askreddit thread. What are some good, free, and unknown online games to play? Supremacy 1914, strategy war game that plays out over weeks to months. You should check in a few times a day to manage production, economic investment, military production, and of course warfare. In the basic game, you recruit infantry, but later on can build workshops, factories for building armored cars, artillery, tanks, railguns, and battleships. You can also use diplomacy, trade, and even spies to gather information, or even sabotage. The expanded game itself includes aircraft, light cruisers, and subs. The game is played in real time, so in order to move your troops to one end of your country to other may take half a day or real time to accomplish. Engagements usually take hours, and one time I had a battle last 36 hours. Damn. The real time may turn off people, but it makes the game more epic. Your moves need to be deliberate. The victories are much sweeter when you have time invested. It's also a great community from around the world playing, so it's nice to have someone watching your borders while you literally sleep. Wow, thanks man. I've been looking for a game similar to this for ages. The closest I found was Neptune's Pride, which immediately is pretty much this except a hell of a lot simpler. Basically, real-time space Risk, with a bit of research and science and economy thrown in. I'll definitely check this out when I get home. I do not like Risk at all. Not enough to it. Axis and Alliance was my go-to board game. Anyway, the game has a lot of nuance to it and some small degrees of Axis and allies. It may seem like there is no tactical aspect in Supremacy 1914, but there is. Knowing how and when to engage your various troops is critical to minimizing your losses. That's important when another neighbor is thinking of pouncing on you if you're weakened from a conflict. Supremacy 1914. Sounds like a real-time version of, like, Civilization. That seems neat. Space Station 13. Oh, it's just the Reddit thing. An excellent little role-playing game which is nigh on close to Dwarf Fortress and the weird shit you can pull off. Incredible complexity, hilarious if you don't mind dying, and all around a good game. Does it still run like shit? Yes, this is a problem with the Beyond engine though. It can't be fixed unless the game is remade in a different engine. I can't download it. Damn Beyond or whatever it's called won't work. In my first round I got paralyzed by security for accidentally braining a detective with a toolbox. The game is beyond excellent, but I started to get anxiety when playing the more complicated jobs. So much stuff to do, and remember, Pokemon Showdown. Oh, I've seen this one before. It's like playing Pokemon battles online. That's what it's called. I've always wanted to try to get into this before I got into pet battles in World of Warcraft. Godville. Welcome to Godville. Remember those times when someone you know was telling you something like, I need to harvest these crops, or we need to kill 65,340,285 boars? Well, forget it. You are the god here, and those things are not worth your divine attention. Leave all the dirty work to your pawn and enjoy the only thing that matters in game. Fun. Godville is a massively multiplayer, zero-player game. The gist of the Godville is that it's a parody of everything from typical MMO games with their tedious level-ups to internet memes and ordinary day-to-day things appealing to a wide audience. We aren't the first who tried to do this, but we are constantly working on making the game better, and we believe that with your help we can make this even further. The game is available everywhere. You know what? This sounds pretty cool. I wonder if I could play the video without getting this video flagged. Probably not. And Town of Salem. Town of Salem, a game of murder, deception, lying, and mob hysteria. Ooh, that sounds neat. Town of Salem is a browser-based game that challenges players on their ability to convincingly lie as well as detect when other players are lying. The game ranges from 7 to 15 players. These players are randomly divided into alignments: town, mafia, serial killers, arsonists, and neutral. If you are a town member, the good guys, you must track down the mafia and other villains before they kill you. The catch? You don't know who is a town member and who is a villain. If you are an evil role, such as a serial killer, you secretly murder town members in the veil of night and try to avoid getting caught. Alright, that sounds like a really fun game. Totally my style. Town of Salem is the perfect Reddit game. Lynch mobs and gives you such a good high I love Town of Salem. It's one of those games that requires you to be analytical, but also a huge randomness factor that makes it a lot of fun. They really need a mobile version so I can waste more of my time than when I should be working. I really wish they didn't add a chat filter. How the fuck am I supposed to goddamn get someone lynched without it? Yep, the game was much more entertaining when there wasn't a chat filter. How the tarnation am I supposed to goddamn get someone lynched without it? Showdown is like those who like strategy in Pokemon battles, but none of the grind. Screw that, I just want a team with 6 Charizards. Ho ho ho, but I have a team of 6 Arceuses. Clayster is fucking OP and needs to be stopped. Diggers B though, the motherfucker's got huge power. My son has become addicted to Town of Salem, completely. There's a site that used to be called Pokemon Crater. It changed names though, not sure if it went back to Pokemon Crater or not, but you could catch Pokemon, battle in gyms, challenge players. I loved it. I remember the hours wasted away on Pokemon Crater, endlessly hitting those tiny goddamn arrows to get anywhere being worth. Just downloaded Godsville on my phone. I am already addicted. I kind of want to try out Godsville. That sounded fun. Let's see. For once, I wish people would link to Epic Mafia instead. Town of Salem is based off of it, IIRC, and a lot of their role descriptions are very, very, very slightly altered versions of Epic Mafia. The only thing Epic Mafia doesn't have that Town of Salem does is stupid animations. The game is mostly just text, but it's still fun. Epic Mafia also has a bunch of random lobbies aside from the main one, like Sandbox, which has no restrictions on setups, and the game lobby is just a bunch of dumbed down, easy to play flash games with friends like Draw Something and the other shit. I mean, I basically started my entire internet adventure playing Epic Mafia, so I'm biased, but I still think it's a better game than Town of Salem. Town of Salem is based off of StarCraft 2 Mafia. Frog Fractions. It's a very educational game. Is this a real game? Play Frog Fractions. Get the bugs. I don't know how to play. How am I supposed to play Frog Fractions? Ooh, I'm eating bugs. Oh, you hold it. Gotcha. Alright, I don't see what's fractions about this. Frog Fractions is the kind of game that I literally have no idea how to describe. You just gotta play it. Sure, let's go with educational. Seriously, everyone play this game if you have it. There is much more to it than you think. I played this game before and I still don't know what happened. It was actually on Math's site once. I'm not kidding. I finally got around to playing it the other day. Ended up having to look up one part of it to avoid spoilers, the text heavy part. But otherwise made it through and looked it up to make sure I didn't miss anything. Before I played, I just knew that everyone said it was awesome, but I had no idea why or what it was actually. I have to say, I think I bought into the hype too much. It was amusing, but not that amazing. Wait, is there more to it than that? For example, you learn an awful lot about boxing. And bug porn. So much bug porn. Frog Fractions. Play Frog Fractions. Alright, let's try this out a little bit more to see if it gets more entertaining. I don't think this has anything to do with math so far. Looks like I'm killing all the bugs. I'm super pro at Frog Fractions. Oh shit, I keep missing them. Die, mosquitoes. I don't really know what the hell's going on. Choose an option to upgrade. Let's get a turtle. I can move around on the turtle now. Yeah. Okay, so when does it like change into a different game, or is this all it is? I need to go grab the... I need to go grab it. Got it. This one's about to turn red pretty soon. taking too long. I'm just gonna go back to reading Askreddit after this level. I just wanted to see if it got crazy or something. Anything your regular old frog brain can do, the newfound cybernetic brain can do better. Okay, now I have a new brain. Okay, I'm done. This seems like it's too long. Kingdom of Loathing is pretty awesome. I haven't really played in a while, but it's a funny game with a good online community. There's been a lot of updates to the game, and the seasonal challenges are always fun. Kingdom of Loathing. GeoGuessr.com. This game puts you in a random location with Google Street View, and you have to guess where you are. I hate you for reminding me of this. When I get fired, I'm coming to live with you. Battle for Westnoth is a free, highly acclaimed turn-based strategy game that's been regularly updated since it was released in 2003. Even after 12 years of being out, the community still churns out new content, so every time I go back to the game, there's something new. Battle for Westnoth. See more screenshots. Turn-based tactical strategy game. Like Pokemon? Or Final Fantasy stuff? Blacklight Retribution. The FPS is pretty interesting. You can use the scanner to see through walls temporarily. This discourages camping and allows for more interesting plays. Also, there's a cloaking device that lets you move around nearly invisible. Basically, all I do in the game is sneak around and machete people in the back of the face. But they can see you while cloaked if they do their look through walls thing. But you can't shoot while you're scanning. So you're like a spooky ghost chasing people around with a machete. That sounds pretty fun. Has this game improved at all? I played it quite a bit in open beta, before a bunch of balance changes and before the heavy AR came out. It was a lot of fun, but the game kind of had a few problems with hitboxes and hits not registering at all, which made it extremely frustrating at times. I also didn't have the gear balanced at all, which made it frustrating to try and learn and adapt to the game only to have them totally change everything much later. PlanetSide 2. Really poorly advertised game. It's an open world MMO FPS where 200 people fighting over a single base is pretty much the norm. It tries hard not to be pay to win. Everything is side graded and starting gear is good. It's on Steam. You'll need a decent rig for it unless you want to play on low settings. Also, after playing for a while, instant maps of 8 to 16 people feels really small by comparison, so you've been warned. I didn't know PlanetSide 2 was a free-to-play game. I've heard of it before. It sounds like it's pretty fun. I agree with this choice. PlanetSide is fantastic. To make the most certs early on in game, you should just play support. Upgrade your med gun to 5, and it just prints the things. Once you get a good enough amount to make every class at least playable, then you can find how you want to play. I'm not sure how well known it is at this point. It's definitely gaining a following. But if you haven't heard of Warframe, you should check it out. Warframe, huh? Elements. Elements the game. Why don't they write more about it so I don't have to try to learn what it is? I should start referring to my iPad as my Hearthstone device. So true. Balloon Tower Defense 4. Tower defense games but with monkeys. I hate balloon tower defense. I love tower defense games, but I don't like balloon tower defense. It's just so stupid. But I do play it a lot too. Tibia MMO. Here's a screenshot of 2003-2004. Looks like it's a game with a lot of history. Wait, wasn't this mentioned a little bit earlier? I don't know. Dust 514. It's a PS3 exclusive. Community is dying, but the game is awesome. It's an MMO FPS RPG. It does not play like Call of Duty or Battlefield. It is a unique beast. Edit. Made by the same guys who made EVE Online and are developing EVE Valkyrie. Dust 514. Never heard of it. If you play EVE, you can bomb the hell out of these guys from orbit. Damn straight, it's how I play Dust. I'm either mining in Eve or doing pubs or dropping OBs and FW while fighting on the ground. Sometimes I bring it into PC, but not that much. What? Game is amazing. Needs to be ported to PC and PS4. I have always hated the whole prototype and ISK system though, but besides that, it's one of my favorite games. Dice Wars. This game is pretty good for how simple it seems. Dice Wars Flash game. Please wait. Do you play this one? Click on area and click on neighbor to attack. Okay, let's have pink attack blue. Oh, it looks like I'm purple. Oh, it's like Risk. This is like exactly like Risk. This is how you play Risk. Okay, let's attack these guys. Ha! I took you over. Oh, I lost. Damn it, I don't have enough to take him out either. I can't really do anything. This is pretty chancy, but I might be able to come out on top. Oh, cool, we took it. Now his forces are all spread pretty thin, so I can probably get taken over. Yeah, those are the forces going out. It's exactly like Risk. No, all my land is gone. And now I have these people over here who are totally landlocked. Light green totally killed himself trying to attack my purple. Oh, stupid pink. He killed himself trying to attack me. Alright, so this guy right here can't really do much. I could easily take that and then take that. There's also this free space right there. Why the hell did I lose so much from that? Alright, let's steal all neighboring countries. That way, let's take that as well. Spread myself really thin. 50-50. Ooh, it came out on top. 50-50. Oh, I lost. And yeah, this is just like Risk. The game is pretty good for how simple it seems. I've been playing this for years for some reason. Wish it had new maps or some updates by now. Nosgoth is so good, oh my god. The downside is it's got a small fan base, so the queue times can take a while. And it is in beta. I have not had it happen in months, but it used to overheat my PC. The game is basically Vamps versus humans. The humans have third-person shooter sort of experience, and the Vamps have a hack-and-slash experience. It's really fun. I remember watching people play the game on Twitch, but I haven't heard of it since. I seriously thought it never got released. Neopets. I am completely serious. The Mardek RPG series is fantastic. It's a free online flash RPG, but easily with the quality of something I'd pay at least $20 for. It's got great art, fun combat, an interesting story, just a joy to play. The 3 increase in length and quality in my opinion, with the first being rather short, decent game, the second middle length and pretty fun, the third is a blast of a game that took me upwards of 20 hours to 100% my first time through. It's pretty lighthearted and can be downright silly at times, so it might not be the best match for people who like very serious RPGs. It was originally going to be a series of 7, but the developer discontinued them, at least in the way they are now. He's going a very different direction that I'm not sure is good, but that's besides the point. These 3 games in and of themselves are fantastic, and I highly recommend them if you're into RPG. Seriously, you won't regret it. The Mardek RPG series. A free flash game. Continue. New game. How does it save games? Butts. Chapter 1, A Fallen Star. Let's skip the opening. I'm not actually going to play the game. I just wanted to see what it's like. Well, Duga, this is the Dragon's Lair. Yes, Mardek, that it is. We have to get to the dragon and slay it to rescue the princess, Tally-Ho. What does Tally-Ho mean? I'm not sure, but I've heard adventurers say it before. Maybe it sounds like something they'd say. Tally ho, we're adventurers, en garde, Fusroth, bloody goblins. Tally ho, now let's go save the princess, tally ho. Oh, but Mardek, just a reminder about things, we can open the menu and blah blah blah. Okay, the opening dialogue was kind of funny. Alright, neat little game. Dang, I just started playing with those, but these look as compressed as some of the early Final Fantasy games. There goes the rest of my week. Mardek 3 is currently the equivalent of a full-length SNES Final Fantasy game. Man, I nearly forgot about the rebooted versions. I doubt they'll be anywhere near as good. Yeah, the dev is pretty crazy, I heard, which is the same since I love Mardek 3. Does Gunbound still exist? Gunbound. Though it plays like shit now. I tried on my PC and I got roughly 10 FPS. Well, that's unfortunate. It probably hasn't worked on in years though. Pixel Dungeon is a neat mobile game. You're a guy in a dungeon, kill stuff, get treasure, and death makes you restart from the beginning. This is called a roguelike game similar to NetHack or Rogue. The game is free, has no ads on the premium version, and still gets updated occasionally. Pixel Dungeon. Edit. I've had some comments saying this game is not free. There's a desktop version on Steam that costs $2.99, but the mobile version, which is the original version, is free and always has been. Also, there are a few modifications and imitators, and those mods might be worth trying actually. Okay, apparently not free for Apple devices. Well, sorry about your bad choice at smartphones and tablets. Winter Bells. I played this game for hours. Also, the music is very soothing. Winter Bells, huh? Oh, can we grab it? Oh, what? Okay, let's see. So it just kind of follows my mouse. Ah, I fell! Okay, this game's kind of cool. Oh no, I fell again. Oh no, I keep falling. I did so good in my first one. Oh, it throws you up kind of fast. Oh, I could do it as long as I go really slowly. Ah! Damn it, I wasn't fast enough. Okay, that's probably my best one. Alright, that's a pretty fun game. Oh my god, must not click the link, must not click the link. Oh god, holy crap, I forgot about this game. Man, there goes the rest of my morning. Anyone else remember the Katawa Shoujo spelling soundtrack by this? Smite is pretty fun, especially if you always wanted to get into MOBAs, but found them too daunting, or don't like top-down mouse-based views. I'll say in advance, the developer earned a lot of deserved, at least partially, hate for abandoning their previous games, also online. But Smite's been doing pretty well for several years, and the company has gotten bigger in staff and budget. Apparently, they're bringing back support for Tribes. Another of their successful games just dropped after a while, also free to play as well. It's perfect if you liked WoW PvP. Great game. Dwarf Fortress. Heard a bunch of alcoholic sociopaths and try to carve out some self-sustaining mountain home while fending off goblins, elves, and the world's least intuitive UI. Great game, but not online. Traxmania. Okay, I think I'm just going to have to end it here. Path of Exile is a pretty good game. I'm surprised it's so far down here. Path of Exile. It's like Diablo. I wouldn't call it unknown, but Path of Exile is free to play, and it's probably the best Diablo game since Diablo 2. I played D3, and it's an arcadey piece of crap with very little community and feels like I'm playing a single-player game at the same time as my friends. Torchlight and Torchlight 2 were awesome, but not an MMO and not free. PoE feels like an MMO that's free with a huge economy and serious, intelligent, clever game mechanics. Nerd, finding new gems, passive gear combos is like building Johnny Decks in MTG. 2.0 recently fixed the only serious issue most people had with the game, which was desync, really bad net code. If you have a reasonable connection now, the problem is completely gone. There's still kinks for them to work out, as with any game, but aside from Planetside 2, it's the best free game I've ever played. And don't get me started on Planetside 2. It's Battlefield in the future on epic scale, and it's free. So good. I tried playing Path of Exile. It's just, I stopped after I remembered I had wasted so much of my life trying to beat Inferno mode on Diablo 3. I was like, I'm going to go down that rabbit hole again, and I just don't have the free time for this. I have other games I play. Alright, that's enough for this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. Oh yeah, that is free. I totally forgot about that. I play the game every day. I have a channel dedicated to it as well. Yu-Gi-Oh! Version of Pokemon Showdown. I've lost countless hours on either, with friends or just making hundreds of decks. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. All the decks are available free at the start, and they update it regularly.